up, all my friends and fellow fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender? We finally have some massive news about the next animated series in the Avatar universe, and it's all thanks to it being the 20th anniversary of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And good God, I'm old, actually. That sucks. But Nickelodeon and Avatar Studios just dropped an official press release on what's coming next, and my friends, we finally have confirmation on the next Avatar series. They gave us a title, they gave us a synopsis, and you guys know me, Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of my favorite things on the planet, and so I had to cover this. Honestly, with everything that Avatar Studios has cooking right now, I'm going to be making a lot more update videos as far as they're concerned. I know that I talk about the live action adaptation a ton here on the channel, and I'm still going to be doing that, but if there's Avatar news to cover, I'm going to be covering it. But if you're new here and that sounds appealing to you, welcome to Jones Vibes. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more update videos like this. Also, make sure to go down in the comments section, let me know all of your thoughts on this video, and without further ado, let's dive into this. So let's start with the first headline that I saw today. This was coming from Variety, and it's reporting on the press release. It's titled, Avatar Sequel Series 7 Havens Ordered at Nickelodeon Set After Legend of Korra. So my friends, this means, officially, the next animated Avatar series is titled Avatar 7 Havens. This new series is, in fact, going to be following the Earth Avatar after Korra, and I think the most exciting part is that it's coming straight from the original creators, Mike and Brian, and the release stated that it's going to be 2 seasons, and it's going to have 26 episodes in total, so a little bit different than Aang's journey and a little bit different than Korra's journey. Each of these series is going to have a different amount of seasons. I find that interesting. But with all that being said, they gave us a lot of details regarding the series, a lot of new stuff, but it's also confirming, again, what's come before, so let's just highlight what we know so far. Yes, this is set after Korra. This is the next chapter in the Avatar cycle. Yes, the Avatar is going to be an Earthbender, but she is going to be stepping into a world that sees her as more of a threat rather than a savior. And I freaking love that. And that ties into the fact that the world has been devastated by a massive catastrophe, and the last remaining strongholds, known as 7 Havens, are on the brink of collapse. She also, and I love that the scoops were right on this, has a long-lost twin, and their connection is a key part of the story. And so just leaning back and taking a look at all that information, one thing is extremely clear. This new series, 7 Havens, is going to be going in a completely new type of direction. This won't just be another Aang or a Korra situation, and it's also looking like a darker, more intense story about survival and identity in a fractured world. This Avatar is going to have to find their way and come up in a very unique setting. The previous Avatars typically would have a master for all 4 elements. They would be learning, they would be teaching. A lot of their growth is going to be in that, but now bringing an Avatar into this devastating situation, what the hell does that even look like? How do they seek out any sort of a master? How many benders are there even in this world right now? And also, and I think this is the coolest thing as far as expanding the lore with Korra, what happened at the end of Korra's cycle to make the world like explode? You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, there's still the 7 Havens, some people survived, but this is just a completely new type of thing, and I can't wait to hear what happened at the end of Korra's cycle, and then how it sets up what we're gonna get into with this Earth Avatar. Something to note going into this, and it gives me a lot of hope, it's just the creators, Mike and Brian, they've even been careful to make sure that this Avatar's journey feels fresh. They've talked about that. They've been asking themselves, like, is this too much Aang? Is it too much Zuko? They want each Avatar to bring something new to the table, and from what I'm hearing, this one's gonna be very different. I feel like people might disagree with me on this just because of like the industrial type vibe of Korra, but to me, Korra and Aang's story, they both feel very similar. And so I think a massive departure like this is going to be a breath of fresh air into this franchise, into this IP, you know what I mean? But I also wanted to take a second and just highlight somebody on the channel right now, Caleb Williams with Night Edge Media. He's the editor-in-chief over at Night Edge Media. He's legit been reporting on all of this for like months, even years, and he's nailed pretty much everything. I was actually in the process of putting together a video talking about this new series before this announcement was made, and that's just the life of a YouTuber. Like, I pretty much had it edited, and then they dropped this today, and I was like, oh, okay, great. 4 hours of work just gone. But I was gonna shout out Caleb in that video because I wouldn't have been able to put together all of that without him. And I feel like it's crazy when they made this announcement and I saw what they're announcing as the story. It's like, damn, dude, he nailed it. So if you're looking for a very trusty source when it comes to all this stuff, Night Edge Media, Caleb Williams, he's definitely somebody to follow on Twitter. And he just seems like a pretty chill person, to be honest. I can't believe they just nailed it. Nailed all this information, and it's so exciting. exciting. But there was also some stuff that wasn't quite confirmed, at least I didn't see it in the article that I was reading. Night Edge Media had reported that the Avatar's name was going to be Pavi. I don't think that's confirmed. Also that the Avatar would have one leg, and these twins were separated at birth, the Avatar going into like more of a poor upbringing, and then the other twin being taken in by the White Lotus and having a bit more of a formal childhood, and then they end up kind of finding their way together. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I think what's exciting the most to me is that they are twins, and then just the possibility of their connection. Does the other twin have any of the Avatar abilities? Can they like connect and become one Avatar, or is it just solely going to be the one? Those are the questions, those are the things that we're going to be speculating about as we move towards this new series. But while we wait for that series, there is another project that we need to talk about. It's what I mentioned earlier. It's this Aang movie that is confirmed to be coming out early 2026. I believe it's January 20th to be exact, and really unlike past Avatar spin-offs, this movie's gonna continue the original timeline, showing Aang as a fully realized adult Avatar. And just to touch on this briefly, to me, this is like my heart and soul. This is my Luke Skywalker. Aang is the reason why I am an Avatar The Last Airbender fan. And then Korra and everything on top of that, the Kyoshi novels, everything is just a plus. You know what I mean? It all stems from that root story where Aang saved the world, you know? And so I'm gonna make a whole update video regarding the new movie and all of the different details we have, including the cast. But what I want to say right now is I'm very excited about this because it's expanding on Aang's lore and it's coming from the original creators. And with the live action happening right now, season 1's out, now we're heading into season 2. I think it's putting Avatar back on the map in a big way. It's expanding the fandom, and if you can take all of that, even if somebody's first time watching Avatar is the live action adaptation, then they're going and watching the original series, then you're gonna hit them with this live action adult Aang movie. And I feel like it's just gonna start this domino effect where then the new series is gonna come out, and then we're gonna have season 3 of the live action, and then maybe they make a live action Korra, but then they're making new series. It's just, we're kind of living in like the best possible Avatar The Last Airbender scenario here, assuming everything is good. But be sure to drop all of your thoughts down below in the comments. If you want to talk about Avatar The Last Airbender, I would love to nerd out with you. Also, my friends, make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe if you're new here, but more than anything, keep up the good vibes. Yip yip!